Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 2 between Farid Rommel and Luna in the August monthly tournament. Let's dive right in here to Slutsk East, and on the left in the red we have Farid Rommel playing Task Force 45 on Maverick Income, and on the right in the blue we have Luna playing 25th Hadostaly also on Maverick Income. For those of you confused, I did not cast game 1. It was not interesting. It was like a 5-minute beatdown game. So that was skipped, but this game seemed interesting. Let's dive into the decks here. Task Force 45, a strong division since it came out. It was nerfed several times initially. It's still a very solid, I would say probably lowish A tier at this point. Division can still get the job done. Really high B tier, if not A. So your recon tab, really solid. You get these ammo and pioneers, which are nice little like suicide grenade throwing squads. You get cavalry scouts with their bazookas and T-70s, which are super fast AT tanks. Your infantry tab is pretty solid. I mean, the issue with it, it's got some phase locking that can make it a little tricky to work with, but you do get the converted gunners, which are really super chunky, pretty high damage disheartened squads. You get the ingenieros and you get the Nisei rifles. He's only bringing one card of those, bringing the Prachinas in C instead. Kind of surprising. Those Nisei rifles, really good infantry squad. Your tank tab, I mean, it's lackluster. It's just M4A1s, and M4A1s aren't phenomenal in any way. Your support tab, okay. I mean, you do get the M4 105, so you do get some 2K. He's bringing in the M8 Scots as well, and of course the 50 cal cheese. Your AT tab, I mean, he's just going all M10 destroyers here. And that makes sense because they get the APCR shells, and these things are absolutely disgusting. They're really good for 80 points. Your AA tab, phenomenal with the 90 mils and the 40 mils. The 90 mils being like your 2K AT stuff. They're very strong and very good. Your RD tab, it's an American RD tab, so it's always good because you get lots of radio stuff. So here we just see the 81 mil 75 mil howitzers. I feel like there's long toms, but he's not bringing them. Your air tab, also really solid. You get the C202 fighter, which is actually, wait, that one's bad. That's the bad C202. But the P51, of course, huge bomb loadout. Mitchell, great bomb loadout. And the P47, which is actually super deadly with its napalm bombs, can really wipe out a lot. On the other side, 25th Hadostaly, a division that came out recently, one of the weaker divisions in that DLC, but I would put it like mid B tier at this point. It does have some weaknesses that can make it really hard to play, but it also has some really solid strengths as well. It's not a bad division. It's just not like all around no weakness good. Your recon tab, actually pretty solid. You get some tanks and stuff, and then you get the Hataro Yahor, which are like 15-point actual infantry squads for 15 points, which is pretty cool to have. Your infantry tab, pretty solid overall. Definitely, it's expensive. It's not a cheap infantry tab by any stretch, but you do get the Lovish 25G with the double machine gun. You get the Higividash, which are a little bit expensive for CQC, but do okay. You get the Arkazoks as well, which are really good, super cheap CQC. Your tank tab, it's pretty good. The problem is you're phase locked, where you can only have the Zhirny in A, and then your T-34s don't come till B, and then you can only get Panthers in C. So it's phase locked that makes it bad, but what's actually there is quite good. Zhirny's being really cost efficient and quite strong. Sport tab, it sucks, like most Hungarian sport tabs do. It's just machine guns. Your AT tab, pretty good. I mean, you get Hetzers, you get a card of Su-85s just to work with and then lots of Pack 40 stuff. The big issue with this AT tab, there's no Panzerschreck at all. So you're really just stuck with the AT rifle. It's a good AT rifle, but it's not a Panzerschreck, obviously. So you suffer at CQC like AT. Your AA tab, really good with 40 mils and 88s. Your RD tab, phenomenal with the 149, the best heavy artillery in the game. And then your air tab is okay, it's not anything crazy good, but you do get the ME-210s with the rockets that are actually really good. But here we go, diving on in. Right off the bat, we see a recon plane out of Luna here. Turns and pushes here. Let's see what we got going on. Nothing super aggressive from Farid over here, which is actually surprising. He's always super aggressive. Luna, yeah, also the same. Not really aggressive at all. Is not pushing up north. This flag is very grabbable if you really want it. But there's a T-70 here coming in quick to stop that from happening. Yeah, neither player really making any big pushes. It is a Maverick mirror, so there'll be no advantage in income at any point. T-70 does get into position. That's a big use of the T-70s, is killing early transports and stuff can be really useful. Can the T-70 hit that Higividash? It does not. Will that Higividash get out in time? The question is, smoke does get down, so it will get through. Engineers pushing all the way. Oh, no, they're not. They're just in a bad. They accidentally got poorly deployed there. T-70 will spot the Schwarloza. Schwarloza will unload the engineers and then tickle them for a while. Schwarlozas are kind of bad. I mean, they're only 20 points, so I guess, I mean, they're very spammable, but they're also really bad. AT rifle trying to get into a safe position here. Not really anywhere for it to go. It's just stopped right here, which actually ended up being quite safe because it can hit anything going in the transports on either side. So actually a very cheeky position. Very interesting. Zirny. The Zirny 2 is here. I mean, this is like the highlight of this division. You get 12 of these, and if you just single vet them, he's only bringing 11. He double vetted A phase. These are phenomenal. I mean, they're like Stu 42s essentially, but cheaper, and you get more of them. So, I mean, and I don't know. Yeah, Stu 42 has heat shells. 10 damage heat shell. I mean, it's 2k HE. It fires relatively fast for that, especially with the double star. Should be up to like 7 or 8 there. Yeah, it's a phenomenal unit. I mean, it's a very strong unit. It's probably, like, if you're going to play this division, this is kind of why you're doing it. The infantry are fine, but they're not phenomenal. Higavadash are, they're good CQC units, but they're not amazing. Like, they really are a bit too expensive. They once they run out of Molotovs, they're kind of useless. The Madsen's not great. This submachine gun is good, but, yeah, I mean, they're good. They're not bad, but, Focke-Wulf F8 taking out the fighter here, so nice kill there. There's only 2 fighters in Farid's deck, so losing one now, pretty bad. I mean, he's got plenty of AA, so it's not like he's in, like, serious danger, but still. Focke-Wulf going to try to kill that M10. He might. I mean, it's open top, so it's going to do some damage. Ju-87 might be attempting that as well. Bofors is now coming in. Like I said, the fact that, he, like, actually turned off the bombs and did 2 separate strikes. Really nice micro there. It's hard to remember to do that, honestly. You got to be on top of your plane, especially with a Ju-87. I've never seen anyone do it with a Ju-87. I think most people are just happy to get 1 bombing off with those. And now the Focke-Wulf is hitting the howitzer. Oh, that's nasty. Really nice play there from Luna, picking up that there was no AA and taking advantage of it. I mean, the howitzer didn't die, but it does make it easier to kill. Ju-87 is going to try to get in. It's not going to anymore now, the 40 mils here. And once there's AA, Ju-87s are pretty useless at that point. They're very easy to stop. They're very slow moving. They have the big loop-de-loop animation they got to go through to drop their bombs. So once AA comes out, these are useless. Before that, they're phenomenal. I mean, they're dirt cheap. It's 85 points for a massive bomb loadout. And they, like, land right on top of their target. So they do kill even armored things very often. So Ju-87 redirecting down south. I mean, Farid put both AA pieces up north, so unfortunately he left himself open to the south, and Luna just moved his stuff. I mean, really nice heads up play. The Sherman did move in time, though, so it did not take a full hit from that Ju-87. Now the other C202 is in. I'm not sure why he brought these. I feel like there are other fighters in this deck. There definitely are. I mean, they're more expensive. I know that for sure. The Focke-Wulf is actually faster. And it does have medium resilience. This thing should have no chance against it. Unless it gets on the back and stays on the back. No, it pulls off. Interesting. Ju-87 trying to get on in. Not exactly an AA piece, but hey. If you can get on the back, sure. M4A1's going to waste half of its 50 cal ammo. Luna's got the attack order on the C202. I think I figured that Farid was trying to fly the Focke-Wulf over the AA down here. I mean, up here. But he didn't. He turned back around. He's going to get on that Ju-87, but the loadout... Oh my god, the gun loadout on this thing is so pitiful that the Ju-87 didn't even die. I mean, that's really bad, honestly. It actually took just as much damage from the Ju-87's rear gun. I think these things do have a turret in the back, right? Yeah, I think it does. And down goes the other fighter. So no more fighters for Farid now. Might actually be a really big deal. I mean, again, his AA is phenomenal once he brings it in. But then you have the 149s in Hadostaly, which should be able to kill those off somewhat efficiently. None of this AA is mobile, so I could definitely see it going down like that. The ME-210s with the rockets are pretty fantastic, actually, and they're very cheap for how good they are. AT rifle getting into a building here. Should be able to stop any annoying light armor play, hopping in and out. Zirny fighting the M4A1. The Zirny should easily win this. The M4A1 should severely struggle to pen that at range. On the flip side, the Zirny's heat shell, extremely low accuracy. I forget what the accuracy is. Yeah, 30%. It's usually around that area. If it hits, though, it will kill it. 4A1 does get away. There's plenty of heat shells on this thing, though. It's not like it's going to run out from missing. Hetzer is in here. Surprised he brought... I mean, he brought those in A phase, put the Su-85s in B phase. I personally do it the other way because I want more Hetzers, because Hetzers are better. I'm pretty sure in this division you can bring them in B. But things are pretty stagnant here. This is honestly shockingly unaggressive from Farid. He's usually like attack, and then attack some more on top of that, and then send another attack. Like, he does not usually just sit. It's kind of weird. 90 mil finding line shoulder shock here with the help of the Ammo Pioneer Recon. Remember, folks, when you're playing... I mean, every map recon is important. Like, let me be very clear about that. Every map, like, having recon is really, really helpful. But on these open maps, the Slutsk maps specifically, you need it even more because there's so much open ground. The distances are really far, which means you can't rely on normal optic units to see things. You need the high optics to actually be able to see things. So, yeah, there's not a lot of... You really need them here. And again, it's not that you don't need recon on other maps, but just on these maps, it feels like it's more essential. Here comes a massive blob of stuff. We still got 2 minutes left here in A phase, so he obviously was sitting around for a little bit, building up some points. Did bring in a 40 mil Bofor down south. Has the M10 on return fire. That's kind of weird. I think the heat shell's 1500. Yeah, 1500 meter. So the M10 can definitely destroy this at range. Yeah, the Zirnies need to be careful. These M10s are so dangerous with their APCR. 2K range on them. They cause a ton of crits all the time and have a really high penetration. And these can easily take out those Zirnies. The 90s are also extremely dangerous. 160 millimeters of pen, 12 rounds a minute. It fires really fast. Yeah, all of these 2K. Task Force 45 doesn't have a ton of 2K, but what it does have, I mean, it's good stuff. It is good stuff. Here comes another strike down south. Recon in first. 40 mil Bofors will immediately force that off. Will the Ju-87 get in for the strike? I strongly doubt it. Yeah, no, there's no chance. Again, Ju-87's not... I mean, they're basically useless once there's AA down. Kind of, you know. It is what it is. I mean, if you get even one strike in with them, they're kind of paying themselves off. They can definitely, with this bomb loadout, kill an infantry unit by themselves. Journey, triple star here. Don't see that often. Always fun. I just love seeing 3 stars. I don't know why. Something about it just feels so satisfying. You're like, I have max vetted this unit. He lost sight of the converted gunner. I'm surprised he doesn't have recon up here on the ridge. This ridge is really important for the blue side to kind of hold off any push onto this flag. Otherwise, it's really hard to hold this flag because this town is much closer and there's nothing back here to support. I'm surprised it's not shooting at the M8. P-51 takes a bad hit from the 88, immediately falls back. Doesn't even get a chance to send a bombing strike. Another howitzer is out. A little push down south. Nothing severe. And Farid has successfully captured this flag, so now the tick has begun. Hetzer, though, going to get a shot off on this M10. Misses. M10 on the run now. But it is a triple star Hetzer, so it's firing fast, and the M10 does go down. The damage from the airplanes earlier does help finish that off. Journey on the hill, why isn't it firing? Is it because of this stupid efficient shot? Oh my god, why do people use this? I do not understand why people put on efficient shot. That's efficient shot, but I don't even know what level of efficient shot that is. So now his best HE unit is not firing. Like, come on. Instead, all of the other stuff is. Oy vey. Oy vey. Why? Luna's a good player. I don't know why he would use it. There's no way he can't micro like enough. Now, he just got out of range. Zirny could probably ground attack in front of this 90 mil. Pushing forward. Howitzer's now going after the 88. Ouch, that first shot doing a lot of damage immediately. The extra veterancy on these units really helping, though. Zirny versus the 90. Zirny misses its first shot, and that's really bad. The Zirny needs to land that first shot to have any chance at all. If he backs up far enough, the Hetzer could get involved as well, and the 2-on-1 might be enough. He'll probably lose one of them in the exchange, but killing the 90 is pretty valuable. Although losing the Hetzer would be bad. He doesn't have many of those. Losing the Zirny, not a huge deal. He's got lots of them. Do hear some combat here on the central hill. The Higgivadash, not a great long-range unit, but converted gunners, I mean, I shouldn't even say that. Converted gunners do put out a good bit of damage. The 105 does come down. It is a plain 105. I'm okay with plain 105s. You at least know what's coming. It's annoying, but like at least it's like, okay, there's an off-map coming somewhere down here. All right. My guess would have been here. Like, this is what I would have assumed about, like, because off-mapping here, there's like nothing you can do about it. It's just like, oh yeah, I have to hold this hill, so I have to stand here and take this massive artillery strike. Sucks to suck. See, this journey's firing with the thing on. They must have some sort of like don't shoot HE thing going on. I don't even know what that is. I never use those things. I think they're bad. Focke-Wulf takes out the 50 cal. That's huge because it allows the 88 to stay alive. The Ju-87s are trying to get through. The 40 mil Beauforts did get moved up though. Farid making a good play there. And here's the 105s. Going to stop any sort of push that might have developed there. It's not going to do much else. The 105s are not very strong. Lang Shotoshok goes down. Higgivadash still hiding behind the building here to hold that flag. Zirny doing lots of damage to these infantry. This Zirny's still just sitting on the hill. I mean, this is a total waste. I don't understand. I'm sure someone in the comments can explain to me what this symbol means and why it means that they're not shooting. I know it's a efficient shot of some sort, but I didn't know there was an HE efficient shot. I don't understand. And it's making me angry. Alright, here comes the M10s. Hetzer misses the transport. Zirny's still alive. It's pushing forward. Transport goes down. AT rifle fails to kill off the Scot, unfortunately. For him, so he's definitely dead. Hetzer's still doing lots of HE damage because those infantry are moving in the open, so they take a lot. M10 gets an eyeball on, I'm assuming, the Zirny. No, just kidding. The AT rifle here. Luna making much better use of leadership, though. I mean, Farid's starting to get some leadership going on here, but he did not up till this point. And Luna's been really, like, maxing his units out here. Oh, is the Zirny finally going to shoot something? That would be good. Considering it's in a beautiful spot and literally hasn't done anything. The M10 takes a penetration. Here comes the APCR blast. Misses the first one. The other one pens. One M10 down. And they get a crew killed. Yep. That's the experience going up against M10s. That is the common experience. Zirny misses that first shot again. It is triple star, so I mean it's firing relatively fast. 90 mil does not return the favor though and lands its first shot. Misses the second one though, gives the Zirny a chance to get another shot off. Lands 2 damage, but down the Zirny goes. So he sat it there all that time and then it died. That is unfortunate. 149 though is now in. We're into B phase. Well, we're 5 minutes in. Sorry, missed that. Town fight, I mean, going okay for both players here. Neither really getting any ground right now. The Zirny did go down to the M10s. Hetzer weirdly on the hill. This is really ballsy because there could be very bad hill pression problems. And it looks like it's already happening. Because he's getting hit. Oh, that's because he's out of range. That the 105 has the 2K range. Triple Zirny here. I'm not sure what this P-51 is planning to do. But yeah, the 149 is going to start going after the howitzers as well. Luna under pressure now. Farid making a lot of progress up north. 4 Zirnys there. I'm not sure what the game plan is with 4 Zirnys. I mean, the problem is they still die to these M10s and stuff. Like, they're still... And the 90 mil AA piece is still the biggest, most dangerous thing. Until the 149 kills that off, Zirnys can't do much. The M10s, once they run out of APCR... I mean, they're still there. They still do 1750 meter range, so they still stay out of range of the Zirnys. So, I'm not... Can't say I'm a huge fan of this, like, heavy call-in of these units. Su-85s, though. Those could do something. M10 takes a hit from the Hetzer. 105 does not get its shot off. And the Hetzer finishes off the M10 in 2 shots. That does not happen often. Higgivadash doing its best. Just in like the perfect position. A lot of armor build. I mean, Farid's got what? 19 M10, so we're not going to see the end of these anytime ever. Especially with the Maverick income. 149 reopening up on this 90 mil. Now there are 6 90 mils though, so even killing this one off doesn't mean that's the end of the day for those. I'm not sure what Luna's plan is with this. I really am not. I mean, obviously they can absolutely decimate any sort of soft target, but he could have them here and they'd be helping out with these infantry and stuff. I'm not sure. He's had a lot of Zhirnies sitting around. If he wants this AT rifle to be helpful, he needs to move it up another building. The Lovesh 25G do have a Panzerfaust, so that's nowhere near close enough. The Hetzer still alive, bouncing some shells. The M4s are bouncing it out and finds a side shot on that Hetzer, takes it down. That was a side shot, right? No, actually, I don't think it was. The M4 just penned it. I feel like that happens a lot to Hetzers. They say they have 105 millimeters of armor, but I feel like Shermans penetrate them really often. And that's completely just like my personal experience with it. I'm not saying that's like super duper accurate. It just feels that way. So now we have the M4105. I'm not sure what it's looking for. It sees something. Oh, the T-34. Interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure why Luna's doing this and now loses T-34. I'm not sure what his plan with that was. I mean, those killing those M10s down here was nice. His 90 mils not unloaded. If he kills that in the transport, oh, that would have been dirty. Now the 90 mil is going to respond. Misses. The Su-85 really needs to go. This is not the fight for him. But Luna not seeing it. He's going to lose that Su-85. And just a blob of M10s down here. The 149 has not really killed much of anything, but here comes the second one, and 2 of them should really start to do some damage. Ju-87 coming in for the infantry up here. I don't see anything to follow it up, though. I would have expected some sort of these like infantry and transports like coming in. Takes out the engineers. One Su-85 is dead. This one trying to kill the 6-pounder. Not great. If the 6-pounder gets in range, it's probably going to die. Do see an 81mm mortar in now. Here comes recon plane again. The tank blob moving forward. Double Su-85 might be able to do something about this. But the M10 spot it and get immediate gun jam. Yep. Yeah, no, that's not crap at all. M10s I just find to be the most frustrating unit. These Su-85s are just going to go down one by one quite easily here. Luna did not concentrate the force well enough, but here comes a huge rocket strike from 2 Me-210s. Like I said, these are very good rocket planes. Oh, and he does a pass on the P-51, almost kills it. Cheeky. He's probably going to lose one, though. 40 mil Bofor is here. The 90 did go down to the 149, so the 149 has killed something now. The other one going now for this one, but it already moved. Su-85 left its APCR on, so it does go down really quick. The M10s, the majority of them, still alive. And there is supply, of course, to keep the APCR firing. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what Luna does against this. I mean, the rocket strike was definitely a good idea, but now the AA is back up and running fully. 25th, for me, it's just like a weird division that is not phenomenal at either range. Like, ooh, Zhirni's now getting hit. They need to move. I don't think Luna's noticed. APCR gets a loader wounded. Like I said, APCR always have a higher crit rate, but I swear to God, these M10s just do it even more so. Already going for that 90 mil, so that's a good idea. If you can kill those off, the 2K AT is really gone, other than the M10s, of course. But anyway, 25th is this weird, like, combo. It's got the Zhirnis, which make it good at 2K, because it's got lots of Zhirnis. And then it's got the Higavidash, which really help with the CQC, but neither of those singular units make a division really good at that. It's not like it's a good 2K division, or it's not a good CQC division either. It just kind of is okay at both, but not good enough at either to beat any division that's dedicated to it. I don't know. And its other infantry are meh. You know, the Lovesh 25G, they're fine. They're fanatical. That's nice. they're a chunky squad with 13 men. Sullitherns are okay light machine guns. You know, it's a solid infantry squad, but you don't get like an infinity of them to work with. You get the Panzergrens in C. Again, the tanks are okay. You get T-34s and Panthers, but the Panthers don't come till C. So it's just all these like good, but not that good, but good. I'm shocked he didn't see this Pack 40. There we go. Yeah, that was extremely ballsy. I think that was a micro mistake. I have a strong feeling. Otherwise, I have no idea why you'd ever do that. So Luna under a lot of pressure up north here. Farid in a nice spot. We're now into C phase, so both players choked on income. Got to be careful. This Schwarlos is opening up on something on this converted gunner, and that does mean that like everything will see him. And if he loses that, this will actually collapse. Of course, the recon's not going to hold the line. Gierney now in down south. The 90 mil did die to the artillery. So here we go. These 149s starting to strut their stuff a little bit. Again, these are phenomenal artillery pieces. Gierney's continue to be under assault here. Panthers now, and this could be an answer. Although I see Panthers lose to M10s all the time. And again, Luna's really not paying attention to this blob of Gierney's he has here. Here comes more M10s. I mean, Farid knows what his division does well, and he is doing it. Mortars and howitzers going for that Pack 40. Panthers on return fire. Surprised he just didn't turn off the HE. 140 mil. One Pack 40 is not going to do that much. This Gierney's going to die here. Already has a transmission damaged. And down it goes. Yeah, Luna finally, like, backing up a little bit. Okay, now all these tanks are in, like, a protected spot. Already coming down to pummel these open-top vehicles a bit. But it's not like he's going to sit around and get killed. Pack 40 gets his HE turned off. The blob is being pushed back, but they're not being really killed yet. Farid doing a nice job of controlling this range with all of these M10s and stuff. I mean, he clearly had a plan going into this. He was like, I'm going to spam M10s until Luna can't function anymore. And it's working. It is very much working. Already hitting the flak now. There's nothing on the hill to support. And once you lose the support on this hill, again, it's very easy for Red to keep pushing forward. Farid's got a massive chunk of troops here as well. I mean, that's not going over. Luna really doesn't. But Farid's not actually taking advantage of it, which is kind of odd to see. The Gierney should be able to easily kill this Sherman at this range. It probably won't miss its heat shell. And down the Sherman go. Wow, the Sherman actually trades with it. 105 millimeters of armor going down to 90 millimeters of penetration. Oof. That's unfortunate. Always got to be careful, guys. Unless a tank is like 30 millimeters higher of armor, there's a chance it can get penned all the time. Already does take out one of the M10s, and the 149's really starting to show their value. I mean, they've taken out 2 90 mils already, and there went an M10 from it. Is the howitzer going to start? I thought maybe they'd start counter-battering. Oh no, the Panther's running into the 90 mil to get a penetration immediately. This is the Gierney's target. This is what the Gierney's are for. Here they come. Are they on I figured they'd be on an attack order, but they're not. The M10s were forced to fall back. The ammo actually died from the arty strike. Recon plane should give a little information. At least something to work with. As the Gierney's move into range, they're on the move order? What? And down one Gierney goes. 90 just can't miss, won't miss. 210 gets a rocket strike off, but it's really spread because of suppression. P-51 coming in for the Panthers. Survive, actually. Gierney's finally open up. I'm not sure what... I guess he was trying to get close enough that the 90 couldn't just fall back, but that cost him a Gierney. 90 mil goes down, so that's 3 of those down, if our count is correct. 105 gets nowhere near anything. I don't think it called in more than 2. We probably missed 1, I would think. There's the 105, and I don't know, maybe he only ever called 1 in. .149 was going for the 40 mil Bofors, but already moved. Panthers moving up to fight the M10s. Let's see who comes out on top. I'm still guessing the M10s, especially one of these Panthers already got penetrated, so a single pen will kill it. Pack 40's here too, though. that can get involved, that'd be very helpful. Farid being very cautious with his armor blob. Here comes a Mitchell, though. And there's no AA down here. 40 mil Bofors finally coming in. These Panthers are going to take a hit from the bomber. I mean, he can dodge. If he changes direction right now, he should be all right to dodge. Lovesh holding off the converted gunners UK. The UKs are weak. They are not very strong. They're just 15-man chunk squads. Bofors finally does get spotted now. The 149's doing what they do. Mitchell getting hit by the 40 mil over here. And the 88. 88 about to run out of ammo, though. Already finally starting to come down on the 149, so Farid changing to a counter battery plan. This Panther did die to the bombing strike. Pack bounces off an M10. That's incredible to me. But one M10 does go down. How much armor do these things have? 75 millimeters armor. I don't think a 140 pen should bounce at any range, but that's just me. Pack 40 gets absolutely annihilated, as suspected, without any support. There's only one Gierney left. That Gierney blob got kind of wasted, honestly. Another 90 here. Already really trying to find that 40 mil Bofors, but it did get away. This 149 is already pinned. Already going for these M10s. I'm surprised he didn't, like, if he concentrated on these 75 mils for probably one burst from the two tanks, from the two RD pieces, he'd probably kill it. All right, he now has recon in position, which means he definitely sees all these M10s and, like, what exactly is going on. One Panther already dead, though. And remember, that's a huge investment at this point in the game. 210, one definitely gets through, the other gets through with a much more accurate strike, but still does not manage to kill off that M10. And he's probably going to lose this 210 here, flying directly over 240 mils. Oh, there goes one. Will the other go as well? They're not super expensive planes. It's still a big loss. He's moving in. He has really broken this blob down. It's down to just two M10s and the 105. Howitzer's now going for the 88 instead. 149 is a lot. Again, two of something is like 3 times as effective. It's not just like 2 times as effective. It really feels like 3 times. 2 of something in this game just performs 2 tanks, 2 RDs, 2 mortars, 2 Nebelwerfers, 2 infantry. Just 2 performs significantly better than 1. And yes, of course, not in just the simple, like, oh, there's 2 of them attack power. It's like 3 times as effective. Pairs are good. Things like buddies. They like friends. The Gierney in an interesting little spot here. Ammo Pioneers sneaking forward. Might get spotted, though. There's a lot of recon up here. Neither player has neglected their recon. Farid with a lot of troops, but Luna is really chunked up, and he's actually making a push forward now all of a sudden here. He's decided this is where he wants to go. Farid, a big gap in tickets now. Only 20 minutes left in the game. Luna's starting to get into a danger zone where he may not be able to catch back up with just a single tick. At this point, if he immediately flipped it, he probably still would, but much longer and a single tick's not going to do it. Especially because as long as it sits here like this, he continues to lose tickets. The Ammo Pioneers does get spotted, and that's the only recon here, actually, so this would actually be a huge loss in terms of sight. Higavadash coming in a massive number, double-starred. Do they have... No, they come in unvetted. That means there's a commander here, Lovesh commander. Mortar coming down, though, going to completely press down, suppress this entire push. Hetzer T-34 combo with only the Hetzer can fire. The M10 takes a hit, but gets a shooter-killed crit on that Hetzer. The magic of the American APCR. Indomitable. The Hetzer does get away, though. The shooter-killed crit will go away. Already coming down on the 81mm mortar. It needs to flee. The blob has been reinforced with more 105s and another M10, so the tank blob is fighting again. Facing down only one Panther now. The ammo truck did die, actually, to the howitzers, which is not a huge loss, but it does matter. Like, now he's got to call another one in. Farid's force here actually very weak in the town. Luna is probably going to find an opening here to get in. His push on the hill completely blunted. Leader Sherman goes down. The Panther found it. And that recon advantage now actually really paying dividends already. knowing what your opponent's going to do is huge. And the triple M10 will 100% eat this Panther alive. So the Panther has to be very careful. One-on-one, it can definitely win the fights, but 3-on-1, no. It 100% cannot. As Luna slow walks his Lovesh forward after the 105 off map finally gets off again. The 40 mil here died. So, I mean, there's 6 40 mils and 6 90 mils. He's lost a fair number. He's certainly not out. There's no way he's out, but I mean, Luna's keeping the pressure on the AA. And eventually, I mean, there's at least 2 ME210s left. There's still the Focke-Wulf. I don't know if there's any JU-87s left, but there's enough Air Force to, like, still make a difference if he can get rid of the AA. But Farid currently in a really nice side. He's got a lot of troops. It's not like he's low on troops. The M4 105 goes down to the Zhirny, though. It's definitely a loss. The M10 does not have APCR, so it's a lot less dangerous. But another M10, of course, is coming in. Because he has Infinity. The Hetzer died, so I guess the M10 beat the Hetzer. I guess that's the Hetzer right there, I'm assuming. Yep. P-51 does get through, but the bombs land in a really weird spot and do nothing. 40 mil Beaufort's not far enough forward to prevent that. Lovesh 25G do have 2 machine guns, so it should be perform okay, but the Engineer 2 have semi-automatic rifles, so that's dangerous. Zhirny going to pick apart some of these infantry caught out in the open. Here comes the M10, though. But the Zhirny in a pretty tight spot. Mortar going after the 40 mil. The 40 mil looked like it was on the move. Maybe it's not. This mortar almost unloads the Higavidash. Oh, yeah, actually it will. Careful with your AA, too. If you leave them too close to transport routes, just like the Arty, you can have your stuff unloaded or killed. Arty was going for the ammo and stuff, but unfortunately the ammo and things move, so the 149 is going to be pretty ineffective. Higavidash getting a little overwhelmed here. The infantry, the converted gunners, overwhelming. The T-34 did go down to the Sherman. T-34, I think, was already weakened, though, so that's not terribly shocking. The converted gunners win at range, but once they get into the forest, the Higavidash should easily handle them. Lovesh 25G is really his only chance at killing this Sherman right now, and that's a pretty far ways to go. He will get spotted, without a doubt. Lovesh 25G finally get through with the Higavidash Molotov, but this flag's still getting held by the M10. Pack 40 now on the hill. The M10 already in position, though. I mean, the Zhirny probably would hit at this range, but the M10, if it misses, then it'll definitely die. M10's finding the Zhirny out here. And it will go down. Well, all those APCR shells actually missed. The second round will not, though. That's incredible. Did they all miss? Wow. And the Zhirny survives. That was the hand of the SD2 RNGesus there. ME410, 210 strike down south. The AA has been killed. The M10 goes down. The other one under pressure as well. Nice hit there. So another M10 goes down. JU-87 is alive, and this is exactly what I was talking about. If the AA can be eliminated, there's still plenty of Air Force here to do a lot of damage. The JU-87 is going to hit nothing. Off-map coming back in. I think it does have one more strike left in it. M10s, though, finding the recon. He finally brought in more ammo pioneers for recon. So the Hadostaly getting spotted out. Panther, though, finding something to shoot at. Oh, the recon. So if he kills that recon, there might be no recon again. And Luna has finally grabbed the town. 50 minutes remaining. It's 12-12, and there's a massive gap here. I'm not sure if Luna can get back into this. And again, it's not like Farid's like at a breaking point. It's not like he's like barely holding on. As Luna tries to fight back in here. Panthers are moving forward. Again, if they can go one at a time, they absolutely can easily win these fights. But if they get ganged up on, they will die. Panthers still have their HE on, which is kind of surprised. I kind of thought he would just turn it off. Here comes the M10 blob. The first Panther G is getting targeted by itself. That's really, really bad. The APCR actually all miss the first shot. Panther misses too, though. And survives. Actually bounces those things. Wow. Already coming down. If it can suppress the ammo, then he may not be able to reload the APCR in time. Nope, the APCR is reloaded. Off map now down in the position I was kind of expecting it to come down for quite a while. Zirny goes down instantly to the M10s. P-51 is forced off by the 40 mil. Recon plane. Ooh, Ju-87 goes down. So one more air asset out of the way. M10's moving forward for another bout with this Panther G. The other Panther out of position. Maybe not. Maybe they could both engage. Potentially. Maybe. No. Oh, good lord. One M10 goes down. Was apparently damaged. The other Panther pushes forward. Panther goes down. M10 takes a pen. Panther does not. Pack 40 goes down to the M4. Panther gets another shot off on the M10, gets another penetration, but doesn't kill either. I mean, just landing hits is a blessing, honestly, with a Panther. And Luna's going to be running out of Pack 40s here soon. He's called in line. I mean, he had 8, but we've definitely seen a fair number of them. 88 finally works his way back on the hill to try to help this situation. Luna brought it back to a 12-12 with the hill grabbed. 149's come down looking for that mortar. Farid forgot to move it. This hit might do it. Ammo goes down. Will the 81 get away in time? It does not. I mean, there's still 3 M10s left, and now there's a 90 mil here as well. The Zirnys have mostly died. Here comes another one, though. T-34's on the hill. There's an M10, of course. They're falling back. Oh, the Nisei rifles have a bazooka, that's why. How can a Zirny get a turret stuck? Like, honestly, there's no turret. How can you get a turret stuck? Oh, Eugen. Eugen and your games. I feel that tanks with like a tanks with no turret should not be able to get turret stuck. That shouldn't be possible. It's hilarious that it did, but that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess maybe the gun can't slightly move now? I don't really get it. $40 mil is back, and it does not stop the 210 from getting its rocket strike off, but the rocket strike completely misses. I just want to see, is it aiming somewhere else? No, it's aiming pretty straight. Here comes an Uber airstrike again, but the other 210 strike misses completely as well. The Beaufort is spotted out by the T-34, actually. So the T-34 can take that, but huge. But the Nisei rifle is right there. Once the Ikebadash goes down, the Nisei rifle can hop right up and kill him. Lovesh 25G pushing forward, maybe to try to stop this. T-34 is backing up, but not backing up far enough. And here goes the Nisei rifle. Bazooka off. T-34 goes down. But now the Lovesh 25Gs are all there, and they should take out that Nisei rifle, and the bazooka will be gone. Yep, there we go. But the cavalry scout's still here. Didn't even see that. That instantly goes down. Still 12-12. Only 10 minutes remaining here. Infantry are being broken down here a fair bit for Farid. Luna able to actually kill off a whole bunch of those. He may have an opportunity to drive a transport into this flag. I have to imagine that Luna's armor is starting to run low. Zirny goes down. M10's just absolutely just tearing through everything. They can't be stopped. Pack 40, though, maybe. Maybe. Pack 40 misses. Oh, Pack 40. One M10 finally goes down. And the Pack 40 dead. Krupp with another Pack 40 goes down. Right? I believe that's what it was carrying. Oh, you can't see it. That was probably one of the last Pack 40s, if not the last. Ikebadash just out of Molotov range, so that means they don't do much. And lose out to the artillery commander. Beauforts did die, which means the south is free of AA for the time being. Panther finally decides to move forward. Looks like the ammo died, so there's no APCR for the moment. Artie coming in, one M4 and one M10 down. Luna's kind of making his move here. 88 trying to kill off the M4 105. Oh, misses. M4 doesn't miss despite the fact it was turning. 40 mil though goes down to the Zhirny. So AA is broken down to 140 mil. The 90 died to the Zhirny as well. Ammo Pioneers goes down, so he loses all that line of sight. Zhirny's got the heat shell onto the M4 105. The Artie's doing the suppressing thing. Oh, heat shell misses again. Lovesh 25G gonna kill the artillery. Might open up this flag. Still 12-12. Only 8 minutes left here for Luna to get back into this. Shooter knockout. Heat shell misses again. M10 is now in once more. The never-ending flow of M10s. But the Zhirny actually lands it. First heat shell. Panther forward. Misses the M10. M10 does not have any APCR left. So now the Panther's on the hunt. Now the Panther can simply sit at 2K and kill the M10. T-34 suddenly coming in from the other side. Will it land a hit? Something hit it. It doesn't matter what. Something landed the hit. M10 goes down. There are no more M10s here. Oh my. Is Farid in trouble? All of a sudden, Farid looking very thin on the map. It would have to be a full collapse. I mean, like, triple tick, quadruple tick going on here. Leader goes down. M8 Scott goes down. Has Luna managed to turn this around? I can't believe if he has. A lot of the M4 105s are now dead. I don't know if there's any more left. Here's a 90 mil though. One of the final remaining ones. No AA down south. Reinforcements pouring in. Luna must have just been sitting on points here. He's going to run out of ammo for his 149s, which have been key to getting back into this game. 40 mil Bofors under pressure from the Panther. The infantry, though, dying up north to the 105. Luna might end up losing this flag. Rocket strike on the 50 cal. The Zhirny down here did die. Oh, no, it's all the way back here. Reload is coming to get that up and running again. Yeah, he's so desperate. 40 points for a supply is better than 80 points for a new Zhirny. And I don't know how many Zhirnys he has left. He's lost a lot. We saw the four Zhirny blob at the beginning. We've seen 3 or 4 go down here. I mean, there's definitely not that many remaining. T-34 pops out. M8 Scott only has HE, so this T-34 should be very safe from it. And there is recon, so the T-34 can see what it needs to shoot at. Leader catches a converted gunners out in the open, but the leader really doesn't have much of an armament. Is it possible Farid's out of M10s? He's calling in M4A1s instead of M10s, so I think he somehow used up 19 M10s. That is a disgusting amount of M10s to work through. It really is. But only 6 minutes left here. I'm not sure Luna has the time, and Farid is holding on to every flag for dear life. Actually manages to recapture this flag and get back to a 13-11 of all things. Panther takes out the transport, but the 90 mil is here. The Zhirny also on target, though. 90 mil misses its first shot. Zhirny putting a lot of pressure on it, though. I'm not sure that 90 mil is going to get another hit. It does not. Zhirny hits another big hit. The Panther is still backing him. Now it's moving forward again. Zhirny should be able to finish off that 90 mil. 5 minutes remaining, but, I mean, technically, Farid's on the 13-11. He's actually ticking him down. This flag going to be under a lot of pressure in a moment, though. 105 should see that M4 here. Finally, the M8 Scott goes down. Panther pushes forward. I just think there's too many troops left and there's not enough time. I mean, he needs like literally a quadruple tick to get all the way back down here, and he hasn't even broken a 13-11. Panther finally finds the kill on the 40 mil Bofors. Lovesh 25G getting overwhelmed. See Panzergrens coming in now. Zhirny down south. M4A1's going to be an issue, though. I mean, the triple star T-34, I would think would win out against this Sherman at some point. It's firing quicker, more accurately. It doesn't pen any better, but still. This is always a bounce fest. What a match. Love seeing high-level play like this. Just incredible how Luna broke down. I mean, it took too long, but he was able to break down that M10 blob, and that was a blob. 1 of 49s take out the 75 mil howitzer. T-34 takes the first penetration, which seems incredible statistically, since it is just better than the Sherman, statistically speaking. Especially with triple star, like... Ju-87 coming in to save the day. Just kidding. The M4 goes down. Ju-87 was going for the infantry and stopped. Not sure why. Thought he had a line on it. M4A1's doing lots of damage. Or M4-105, I should say. Panther moving forward, and I just don't know if Luna's noticed how little time he has left. Journey died somehow? No idea how. Maybe the 105 just it had enough damage and it killed it, because right there it is. Ju-87 finally gets his bombs off. Focke-Wulf coming in. And still, it's not even a 13-11 for Luna. Panther finding the M4, gets a penetration. ME-210 now coming in for this M4. .210 coming in for the 6-pounder, takes that out. Ju-87... I don't know why it's floating around. I can't do anything. Focke-Wulf finally coming in, I would assume for the... Nope, didn't go kill the 50 cal. M4-105 goes down. T-34 getting nice and close to the M4A1. Should be able to kill it now. And he should only need one pen. The 210 should have done a good bit of damage, but only 2 minutes left here, and Luna has only just cracked a 13-11. It looks like Farid going to pull this one out with the M10 spam. That's what it was, M10 spam. 19 M10s he called in. That's a lot of M10s. M4A1 goes down, but just a little... I wouldn't even say a little. Just too slow from Luna. Farid did his aggressive thing. He did it well, and then he held Luna off. This is like the first of the Prachinas. Prachinas. The Prachinas? He has a whole card of these. Like, I feel like we've only seen, like, that one. Kind of funny. Well, that's why, also, though, it's not that beneficial to build your decks this deep on a Maverick on Maverick Mirror. Like, Luna has 2 C-phase cards of infantry. That's a lot. Like, you're not going to be able to call that many in on Maverick. Like, you're just not. And and a card of Artie, and, like, how does he ever plan on actually to buy all that stuff in C-phase? With his Panthers. It feels like a balance deck that he threw in, like, and just put Maverick on it. And I get it. I understand against a player like Farid, you don't really want to have an income disadvantage because Farid is just so aggressive. And if he senses any weakness, he just drives into it. But yeah, that's going to be the game. What a fantastic match. Make sure you guys go check out some other fantastic matches. We've had some really good ones. Mr. Gossi versus Emil. Insha and Espresso. More coming out soon. Just all kinds of good stuff. Skoder versus Stan. Get on and see those. Get better yourself watching them, or just enjoy the matches, because my God, they're good. And that'll be the game. Congratulations to Farid on a game very well played. Luna is a phenomenal player, so beating him in any capacity is really quite good. 50 minutes on Slutsk East, 34.95 to 53 cents. Wow. Luna out-traded by 2,000 kills. But Farid is just so aggressive on the ground and really does well controlling territory. He still pulled it out. Wow. I did not think it was that massive of a deficit, because Luna lost a lot of stuff. It's not like he didn't have things die. 149, look at that kill list on that thing. I mean, they are phenomenal. I wasn't kidding when I said these are fantastic. Panther doing okay. Yeah, not too shabby. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and consider supporting on Patreon, checking out another video. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.